A lot of people who are jaded, it comes from them not being able to look at themselves. This book also talks about self awareness. And self awareness has been the most important thing that I have in my life. I love to be able to look in the mirror and tell myself, hey, you're not doing this right, or hey, you can do this better, or hey, there's things out there you can be doing to better yourself. And I wasn't always able to accept constructive criticism or take feedback without getting my feelings hurt. But I think I'm finally at a point in my life where I can. And I love the fact that I'm able to take the things people say with a grain of salt and apply them to my life because nobody's too good to get feedback. The biggest people in the world get the most feedback. You got artists like Drake who have camps with people that have been around him since Room for Improvement, his first mixtape. And if you don't have those people there to tell you, hey, this isn't it, or hey, I think you could do that better, then you're going to be around yes men your whole life. And I think that's where the jadedness comes from, being around people that tell you yes all the time. And it's important to have people tell you no. It's important to have people give you feedback on what you're working on, whether it's a piece of art, whether it's a piece of clothing. A t-shirt isn't going to fit everybody the same way. If I try on a t-shirt somebody's making, I'm like, hey, I don't like the way the sleeves hang. They can say, hey, I'm going to just leave it, or they can fix it and potentially have another customer.
And accepting that feedback, I think that's really important and something I want to double click on because you said you weren't always able to do that. Rick gives a really interesting perspective on feedback, a way that I've never seen it before. When you take feedback, use that to understand who they are, understand their perspective. One way I've heard this that has been a great accelerator to me in my professional career is when it comes to feedback. Feedback conversations are one of the hardest things in work. Luckily, I had a great boss. The way they framed feedback, they said, Kenny, if there is a narrative going on, I just want you to know what that narrative is. That has been a tool to frame feedback so that I'm able to use it with the right sense, use it for a grain of salt, not take it personally.